Hey, everybody, it's Nils Lofgren from the E Street Band. I'm thrilled to give a big congrats to Dave Lawrence on his 5 years, rocking everybody out in Hawaii. Big fan. Congratulations, Dave. You keep on rocking.
It's Dave Lawrence, the Workforce Afternoon, and we welcome another special guest to the show. All week I'm thanking you for listening and being part of my show and having some of the artists on who are strong supporters as well. And this cat is among them. He's an easygoing, mellow, down-to-earth guy who happens to have some outrageous musical connections and heritage, working with Neil Young when he was just a kid, becoming a gifted solo artist, handling guitar duties, and being in the band not just with Bruce Springsteen, but his wife too. It's just crazy. We were there for him with his Sacred Weapon release last year, and it's thanks to listener Kirk that I know this guy at all. Kirk from Waimanalo, a big mahalo to you for looking out for me. And it's a pleasure to welcome back from Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, my buddy, Nils Lofgren. Aloha, Brother Nils.
Hey, Dave, it's Nils. How you doing, man?
Good to hear from you, man.
Congratulations on your 5 years on the air. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much, man. It's I really appreciate everything you've done and you being a part of my 5-year journey, dude. Thank you.
Well, listen, man, it's very rare that anyone plays me on the radio, so to me, you're one of the greats and one of the winners, and it's very cool that you found a place where you have the freedom to turn people on to, what turns you on. That's a great thing and a dying art. So I hope you have another 5 years and way past that, but congratulations on the 5 so far.
Thank you, man. It's been, it seems like a mountain to have climbed to stay in one frequency for this long and in such a beautiful place, but as we do this, I'm lucky that some of my guests like you have wonderful things happening in your life, and you've been heavily involved now in the promotion for Patty's record, Play It As It Lays.
Yeah, it just came out Tuesday, and we've done a slew, like 7 TV shows this week, and just filmed a special for ABC called Elvis Presley Viva Las Vegas that'll be aired, I think, September 18th. She's doing this fabulous tune called Looking for Elvis. It starts her record. Mm-hmm. And Looking for Elvis down a Memphis road, kind of metaphorical, looking for your hopes and dreams, like, the youth, the good stuff, and that we all sometimes lose along the way and as adults and have to find again. So it's a beautiful record and proud to be a part of it, but that's what I've been doing this week with Patty.
Yeah, you've been hooking it up. Letterman, Conan, you did the View as well. Did you get to meet Barbara Waters?
I didn't get to meet Barbara, and I'm a big fan of Whoopi's. I'm glad she's there now to, bring some common sense and reality to the table there. Those girls get a little wound up sometimes, but it's a good show. We did it 2 years ago, and it was great to be back, and, did a couple live radio shows for broadcast later in the middle, and just did Conan last night, and it's a beautiful record, and I hope people will check it out, called Play It As It Lays.
It's an amazing thing. I mean, how is it that you end up getting to, you're working for the boss and the boss's old lady? I mean, it's like you're in a unique spot, Nils.
Well, it's interesting because 24 years now, almost something like that, 23, 24 years ago, the same month I joined, Patty joined the band. And even though I was the newcomer and was an overwhelming amount of homework to do, it was kind of nice to have somebody else to help me and to help out, because I've been a band leader for 39 years this month, so I know how to be in a band, and I love bands. I love being on a team like that, and I know how to do it, and it's a genuine thing that I love, and it was great to have someone kind of in the same boat as me. So Patty and I always have been good friends and helped each other out musically, and of course her last record in particular, I did a lot of playing, and at that point we kind of affectionately called ourselves the Whack Brothers, which was me and Patty, Steve Jordan on drums and producing, and Bruce Springsteen on bass. And, of course, he'd play a lot of great overdub, too. But we tracked together as a 4-piece with Bruce on bass. And then this record, actually last record, Cliff Carter, an old college musical buddy and dear friend of Patty, started joining us on the keyboards. And the band got a little more formidable. And then Willie Weeks, who's just an extraordinary, beautiful bass player and friend of Steve's, and brought Willie in, and Bruce had moved over to some guitars with me, and just became a great 5-piece band that we tracked most of this record with, and had a ball doing it, and just really proud of Patty. She's written some beautiful songs, and it's just great to play an extraordinary band like that. We actually hit the road for 2 weeks, her last record. And, of course, we'd love to hit the road this time, but unfortunately, me and Patty got to go back to our old job next week. And unfortunately for Patty's record, not for us. We love the E Street Band, of course, but one of the advantages, too, of being in the band, that Patty will have time to keep promoting her record through radio shows, et cetera, and just keep kind of letting people know about her new stuff as we start putting the E Street thing together.
Nils, let me throw down that current classic, Radio Nowhere, and then we'll talk some more. Is that cool?
Sure, man.
Nils Lofgren with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band and their current classic, Radio Nowhere on 105.9. The current classic, Radio Nowhere, from Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band and their new CD, Magic, out October 2nd here on 105.9 KPOI, the Workforce Afternoon. And my buddy guitarist Nils Lofgren of the E Street Band joins us as part of the 5-year anniversary week we're doing here. And Brother Nils, is Bruce around when you're doing these Patty appearances and stuff?
He's there to support Patty, and of course he had a lot to do with the record and played on all of it with us. But he didn't really participate on stage till today. We did this Looking for Elvis. He has this really beautiful, nasty, funky old blues harmonica part through a distorted little amp, and he came and did the harmonica part on the song today while we recorded it for the ABC special.
So he was there today.
It was a formidable band, and made more so today with Bruce's contribution.
Is he still there, or did he cruise?
No, he took off, and well, actually, I can't say that. We just tracked the thing, and we just did some interviews, like sitting around talking about Elvis Presley, and we just pretty much had the. Steve Jordan, myself, Cliff Carter, and Willie Weeks sat there with Patty and did that. I can't say if Bruce has gone off to pick up his teenagers from school, or if he's walking around the building or checking out the ocean here at Convention Hall in Asbury Park. So he may well be in the building. I just haven't seen him in a little bit, and we've just been chatting about Elvis with Patty.
You've got a great gig, Nils. I'm sure people listening, it just gives them just chills listening to it. And when you did this record, you kind of did Magic very quietly with Bruce, huh? Like, I didn't really, all of a sudden it's done.
Well, it's the kind of thing where Bruce has spent many time in his career making 4 or 5 albums of songs and then maybe not even putting them out. And so it's not the kind of thing that, it's kind of a creative freedom that you start recording, you get excited, but it's really kind of smart to wait until you actually have a record you want to release, because you might have 30, 40 songs that you like, but don't find a cohesive 12 to say something, and you might want to keep recording. And, of course, as a fan, we might all love everything Bruce does. I'm one of those fans. I find him an extremely gifted writer, and
sure,
more than anything, his lyrics set him apart from everybody to me. But that's just smart. Some people prefer to say, I'm making a record, it's coming out this month, I'm touring for 2 years, and they map out their whole life, and that works for some people. But I had a lot of experience with that working with Neil Young at an early age, where you work on something, you're excited about it, but you don't make a commitment until the whole thing's done and you're in the can and you're ready to roll with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's obviously served a lot of artists well, including Bruce.
Oh, he's, I like the first single. It's really scary sounding, Nils. It's so futuristic. It's like the E Street Band of the future. I don't know how to describe it. It has.
Well, there's a lot of great rock stuff that we really be able to kick out, and as always, some brilliant lyrics, and then some beautiful, more unusual kind of, I don't even want to say ballads, just kind of more dark, somber things. But, Brendan O'Brien and Bruce have a great groove going as a producer and artist, and I'm glad they had a chance to do a round 2 with the E Street Band, because, of course, I loved Bruce's last 2 records and actually went to see the shows and got to play with him. And I love anything he wants to present, but selfishly and as a fan. I used to go see the E Street Band way before I joined, so I'm thrilled there's another chapter for us. And for the fans and the planet, man. The world needs that kind of medicine, and
yes,
I'm glad there's a plan to share it.
Well, Nils, I leave you with this thought. Please consider talking to Bruce, the boss. Maybe you can go through Patty, but just let him know we'd love to have a show out here. I'm thinking like Aloha Stadium. Maybe we could do like a letter writing or email campaign. Bruce us.
Hey, I'll take it to the management right now and just put it in their hat, man. I'd love to come into Hawaii. I've only been there, got to spend a month there making the Trans album in '83 with Neil Young, and I just loved it. We rented a home on the beach and worked in studio in Honolulu every day, and it's such an extraordinary place that I miss not spending more time there. So I'll definitely lobby for it, Dave.
You're an animal.
Dave, thanks for all the help and support with my record and my website, and God bless you, and congratulations on your 5 years. That's a great accomplishment. I hope there's another 20 for you.
Dude, you rock. You were very generous. Thank you, Nils.
You got it, Dave. I'm glad we could hook this up, and all the best to you. Have a great week and much continued success.
Yeah, man. I hope that something can work with the tour and trying to get it out here. I really would love to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lobby for it, of course. And I want to get you this Whatever Happened to Muscatel track. It's kind of like a saloon country song I wrote with Clive Cussler, one of the great best-selling authors in the last 30 years. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, please do, and please stay in touch, brother.
You got it, Dave. All the best. Congrats, and have a great week and a great rest of the year, man.
Thank you, Nils. Much aloha, dude.
Appreciate it. Take care, Dave.
Aloha. Bye.
Aloha. Bye.